Now Ellis Kinder going to work again, delivers. Lindell takes inside, ball one. And now your pitch. Right in there for a called strike. 1-1. Outfield deep, swung way around toward left. Infield shaded well around toward third. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-0 New York, 6th inning. Kinder fires. Lindell takes strike 2 call over the outside corner. That Kinder has been just out of this world since that first inning. Got behind on Rizzuto on the 3-2 pitch and Phil tripled and scored on Hendricks' infield out. Since then, the Yanks have had but 2 hits, a triple by DiMaggio and a single by Rizzuto. There's a pitch low outside, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, last the 6th inning. Kinder taking his time, looking up at the wind, which is blowing out toward left. Looking at the flag to see which way the wind is blowing. Now he's ready for that 2-2 pitch. In it comes, and Lindell takes high for ball 3. 3-2. Billy Johnson's on deck. Now the full count. Strike 3 call over the outside corner. A full count pitch. Nipped that outside corner. That's the 5th strikeout for Kinder. And with 2 down, up comes Billy Johnson. Johnson hitting at .246. A torrid struggle. Kinder methodically firing away. Gets it in there for a called strike. He has been almost perfection itself. The 36-year-old right-hander comes in now with a pitch that swung on line to the right center for a base hit. Zarilla goes over, cuts it off on 2 hops. Throws on into second to door, and Johnson's on with a single to right center, but with 2 down. And up comes Cliff Mates, who grounded to second and flied to center. That's the 4th hit off Kinder. Been 6 in the ball game, 2 for Boston, 4 for New York. The last 2 Yankee hits have come with 2 outs. Always makes a difference. Not always, but most of the time. Not quite so much pressure on your pitcher. He knows he only has to get 1 man out. So Mates is up there. And the pitch. Swung on a little roller, hit down toward third. Kinder races over, picks it up, fires. It's a nice play, and he gets the runner for the out. Mates topped the pitch, a little roller down toward third that Kinder fielded brilliantly. And got his man. No runs for New York, 1 hit, no errors for the Red Sox. 1 left on for the Yankees, and at the end of 6 innings. New York, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. Boston, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Yankees have stranded 6, the Red Sox 4. And Red Sox fans by the thousands stand up here at Yankee Stadium for their 7th inning stretch. And the Red Sox, in the 7th inning, will come up with Bobby Doerr and Al Zarilla and Billy Goodman. Looking now at the Ballantyne 3-ring scoreboard again. Chicago at St. Louis in the American League. It's 4-3 in favor of the White Sox. Seavers had a home in the 7th to 1 on Bill White pitching for Chicago. Zach Taylor's been using a different pitcher every inning. Garver, Ostrowski, Pennant, Farage, Drews, Kennedy, Poppy, and Embry now in the 8th. They're playing a doubleheader. At Detroit, Lemon for Cleveland, Trucks for Detroit, 1-0 Cleveland, then at 2.5. Washington 2, Philadelphia nothing, then at 6.5. Frisky against White. Kittle came on in the 5th. And in the National League, Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati the first game 4-2. Chambers besting Fox. Cooper had a homer. Raffensperger against Worley in the second game. Reds got 1 in the first inning. The Cardinals 6, Cubs nothing. Last the 4th, Paulette against Schmitz with delayed rush and Hacker in relief. Musial a homer. Dodgers 7, Phils 4. Last the 5th inning. Newcomb relieved by Barney in the 4th. Myers started for the Phils. Roberts, Thompson, Simmons, and Constanti in relief. Pitch to Doerr outside, ball 1. Jones in the 4th inning, a home run for the Phils, 2 on. Kennedy against Barnes, Giants and Braves. It is 2-1 Braves, last the 8th. All right, Bobby Dorr hitting at 291. Here's the pitch. Strike one call over the outside corner. 1-1 on Bobby. Slide to right and singled. Back at second. Phil got a glove on the ball but didn't hold it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 7th inning, 1-0, favor the Yankees. Big crashes into the windup. In comes the pitch. High, very high, ball 2. While we're passing out our thanks go to Dr. Sidney Gaynor, who has had probably very little time for his private practice, taking care of all these Yankee injuries throughout the year. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bobby Dorr leading off in the top of the 7th inning. Big crash into the windup. In comes the pitch. Swung on, pop foul, out of play. Coming back behind, Yogi can't get to it. Ball drops right in front of us, and it's a 2-2 count. Tex Houston is throwing out in the bullpen for Boston. Boy, what a ball game. What hangs in the balance? 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dorr away from the plate. Rashi ready. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 3. Philadelphia Phil's got a run the last the 5th at 7-5 favor the Dodgers over the Phil's 10-5 innings. Now the payoff pitch to Dorr. Swung on to high pop-up out into short right. Coleman goes out on the grass. He's under it, calls for it. And look out, it's Mates. Mates makes the catch. Hendricks hollered Coleman off of it. Jerry was under it, and he suddenly started running towards second. But Tommy Hendricks was hollering to Coleman, get off it. Let's make this good. 1 down, and up comes Al Zarilla.
Zarilla struck out.
Rashi says to Johnson, watch for the bunt. Just in case, here's your pitch. Swung on, a ground ball hit out to short. Rizzuto is up with it. Throws over to Hendrick in time. The inning is over. 4 runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and the 7th inning stretch, and they're roaring. Well, while the fans are out here taking that stretch, it's a mighty good time for you to take a quick trip to the refrigerator for a bottle of Ballantine beer. If you're listening in at your favorite tavern, don't just say 1 up, but be sure to ask the man for Ballantine. Enjoy the 2 B's, baseball and Ballantine. As you linger over that sparkling glass of Ballantine beer, as you feel it trickle down your throat, you'll say, "Oh, man, this is the life." Baseball and Ballantine beer. And while we're on this pleasant subject, folks, I'd like to remind you that it's a smart idea to keep plenty of Ballantine on ice at home at all times, to serve at mealtime, to enjoy during leisure hours. So at your dealers, be sure to look for the 3 rings, asking for Ballantine beer. Getting ready for the last of the 7th inning, it'll be Coleman, Rashi, and Rizzuto coming up. Ellis Kinder out on the mound. The lone run of the game was scored in the 1st inning when Rizzuto opened with a triple into the left field corner and scored on Hendricks' infield out. Now Jerry Coleman awaits the pitch. Takes a strike right in there. That Kinder has, since that 1st inning, been tremendous. One strike to count. Coleman batting at 274. Coleman bounced out to Kinder and grounded out to short. Pesky in close at 3rd. Outfield straight away. The delivery just outside. Ball 1, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last the 7th inning. Yankees won, Red Sox nothing. A bitter battle between 2 great ball clubs. The Pennant at the end of the rainbow. Now the 1-1 pitch to Jerry. Strike 2 call, a beautiful hook that broke over the outside corner. The Cardinals fail to score in the 5th inning, and it's 6-0 in favor of St. Louis. Cubs batting. The last half of the 5th. Dodgers lead the Phils 7-5 at the end of 5. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jerry Coleman choking that bat 3 inches or so. Awaits Kinder's delivery. Here it comes. And Coleman swings and drives on the right side. Dom DiMaggio races over, and he's going to get under it and hauls it in. Boy, how that guy can cover ground. He bends over low and races like a greyhound and hauls them in. Dodgers fail to score in the top of the 6th inning. Now here's Vic Raschi coming up. Kinder going to work on his mound opponent. First pitch is swung on, foul tip, strike 1. Raschi took a good cut. Vic hitting at 159. One strike to count. Kinder throws way outside, ball 1, 1-1. Phil Rizzuto's on deck. Now the 1-1 pitch. Curve is in there for call strike 2. 1-2. Beautiful sweeping curve. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Last the 7th inning. 1-0 New York. Kinder throws. Raschi takes outside. Ball 2, 2-2. There is a possibility that this would be Kinder's last inning of pitching. Tebbetts and Kinder, first 2 men up in the 8th inning. McCarthy may Derek Kinder for a pinch hitter. That's just a possibility. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Loop foul back to first, out of play. The ball dropping into the lower seats. The Red Sox will be coming up for the 8th inning, and Joe McCarthy will begin to make his move. So that's entirely possible Kinder will be taken out for a pinch hitter. Tebbetts will be leading off, and then will come after the 9th spot in the order, Dom DiMaggio. Now the 2-2 delivery. And Raschi swings and hits a fly ball out into short right. Al Zarilla under the ball, and he makes the catch. 2 down, and up comes the Scooter, who tripled in the first inning and scored the only run of the game thus far. Fouled out to Tebbetts and single to center. Phil batting at 277. What a great year he's had. He has been a spark plug. Two down, Kinder going to work. And his pitch. High and inside to Phil, ball 1. The right-hander throws. Phil takes outside for ball 2. You know, again we say it's tough. Real rough and tough to see two great clubs like this together where one must lose. The pitch. Swung on, lined right to Stevens at short for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. At the end of 7 innings, the Yankees 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, 6 left on. The Red Sox, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 4 men left on. Well, as we go to the top of the 8th inning, Buddy Tebbetts will be leading off. We're going to pause briefly for station identification. WINS New York, 1010 on your dial. led the American Association in